Stop doing that behind the scenes that we know you're doing. Some people may get, because I'm going to talk to everybody. I'm not playing.
Bought a bunch of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Everybody has found out that that wasn't true. Apparently, it's not that hard to figure out who owns property.
Floyd Mayweather built an entire identity around being the richest man in the room. Money wasn't just a nickname. It was a lifestyle, a brand, a religion. The man literally carried duffel bags of cash to the ring, flaunted Bugattis like most people flaunt wristwatches, and made a sport out of waving $100 bills in people's faces. But here's the plot twist nobody saw coming. The man who called himself TBE.
Well, it's interesting when fighters figure out ways to do that too, like what Floyd is doing. What Floyd is doing is so interesting. He retires from fighting, and he says, I'll just start boxing people who have no chance.
Hey, why not? You know? I mean, exhibition. Like, we saw that in, what was Rocky 3 or something?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I mean, he's like, he started doing exhibitions with Hulk Hogan and, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And got caught. I mean, he got hurt, like, you know, dealing with that. So, I mean, I think people want to see Floyd fight. You know, some people want to see him lose.
Broke his hands a lot. So when he was younger, they called him Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah.
And then he changes his name to Money. And when he changes his name to Money, he turns heel.
Yeah.
He became like this guy and everybody wanted to see him get beat.
The best ever. May also be running the most spectacular financial circus since the invention of the dollar bill. We're talking lawsuits, fake mansions, unpaid rappers, shady crypto schemes, and NFTs that apparently delivered nothing but broken dreams. Buckle up, because this is the story of how Money Mayweather might actually be running low on exactly that.
He's the most unhittable guy in the history of the sport.
Yes, sir.
He's right up there with Pernell Whitaker. Like, those are the two guys that I say are like the most elusive guys in modern, not, you know, past Willie Pep, in modern era. Pernell Whitaker and Floyd. Floyd's even more impressive because he stands right in front of guys.
He stands right in front of you and you can't hit him.
Right in front of you.
And you can't get a good one on him.
You can't get shit on him.
It's one of the most amazing skill sets. He's like a you know, one of those like Minnesota Fats kind of pool players that know all the trick shots.
Let's start with the audacity, the sheer, unfiltered championship-level audacity. Floyd Mayweather has been strutting around telling anyone with ears that he owns multiple apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Not one, multiple. The man had people genuinely believing he was some kind of boxing-turned-real estate mogul, a hood to Harlem success story that would make even Jay-Z raise an eyebrow in respect. Except
people executing these scams are like Anon people hiding behind a Pepe avatar. And of course, there's a laundry list of famous influencers, Logan Paul, Kim Kardashian's David Dobrik, that have all endorsed these absolute shitcoin scam casino rugs that leaves their investors high and dry because they paid them a bunch of money up front and maybe they didn't know any better because it's such a nascent space. But I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist. Now, everybody knows Floyd's an opportunist. He's an entrepreneur. He likes to make money. He always has money, talks about money. That's his shtick. That's his persona. That's fine. You can make money. You can be a hustler. You can get paid a bunch to box, do whatever.
And here's where it gets absolutely delicious. Ice Cube, the legendary rapper, filmmaker, and certified no-nonsense truth-teller, publicly stepped forward and said, "Not so fast, champ." Ice Cube's comment sent shockwaves through social media faster than a Mayweather right hand.
Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. Had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather.
Suddenly, the internet was asking the questions it should have been asking all along. Where is the proof? Where are the deeds? Where are the buildings? Because when one of hip-hop's most respected veterans publicly casts doubt on your real estate portfolio, people tend to listen. The skepticism online was immediate, brutal, and honestly, kind of hilarious. Critics flooded every comment section demanding response from Camp Mayweather was deafening. This wasn't a small accusation. This was someone essentially saying that Floyd Mayweather, the man who built a career on making people believe in his invincibility, may have been selling a fantasy. And in New York real estate terms, that fantasy apparently costs a whole lot of nothing. If the real estate drama wasn't enough to make your jaw drop, allow us to introduce the jewelry situation. Because apparently Floyd Mayweather and rapper Tyga allegedly walked into a Miami jeweler, selected nearly $4 million worth of luxury watches and jewelry.
On his person, they said they've begun going through them, encrypting some of them, and giving them back to the defense. That will take some time. There are going to be some motions in this case. One of those was addressed today.
You talking about I'm gonna show out? It's just my life. You can't get mad. It's my page. Come on, I'm gonna show out. I ain't no show out. I earn my shit the hard way. It happened, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake.
And then had the audacity to allegedly try to slip out of paying for it personally. A federal lawsuit filed in August 2024 claims that both men made their purchases through business entities. A move the plaintiff argues was a deliberate attempt to dodge personal financial responsibility for the debt. Let that sink in. A man worth hundreds of millions of dollars, a man who literally made money his name, allegedly used corporate shell games to avoid paying for some watches. Not a house, not a yacht, watches. The lawsuit is now in federal court, which means this isn't some tabloid gossip or Twitter beef. This is real.
Things happen.
An investigation into leaks saying that they believe the government, which he suggested that the government was trying to, he accused the government of making a takedown of a successful black man.
Chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that's just embarrassing. Look at this.
Judges, real legal filings, and real allegations that Floyd Mayweather may have walked out of a jewelry store with $4 million worth of goods and then pointed at a business entity and said, "Talk to them." The jeweler is not amused. The courts are listening, and the rest of us are watching with the popcorn firmly in hand. Now here's one that genuinely sounds like the setup to a bad joke. Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition boxing match, somehow survived, and then, allegedly, never got paid. The punchline? It's been years, and Logan Paul says he is still owed approximately $3 million from that match.
You are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather. Everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. His head did a 180 before he fell on his face. To report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters.
Logan Paul, to his credit, has not been quiet about it. He has publicly, repeatedly, and somewhat gleefully accused Floyd Mayweather of ghosting him on the payment. He has threatened legal action. He has brought it up in interviews. He basically turned "Floyd owes me money" into a recurring content format, which, honestly, respect. But underneath the internet comedy is a genuinely alarming allegation that one of the richest athletes in boxing history allegedly stiffed his exhibition opponent out of millions of dollars. This isn't a dispute over pocket change.
So if certain people want to wear, true religions, certain people want to wear Jordans, I don't knock that. We all got to start from somewhere. I buy my kids Jordans all the time. You know what I'm saying? And at one particular time, I was wearing True Religion jeans, and I still don't knock True Religion jeans. You know why? Because that's a multi-billion-dollar company. You have to start from somewhere. So, I'm not here to knock nobody. We all live our life the way we want to live our life. Now, see, my lifestyle is a little different.
This is a man who earned over $300 million from a single fight against Conor McGregor, allegedly failing to pay out $3 million to Logan Paul. The math is giving chaos. The math is giving red flags. The math is giving us a very uncomfortable picture of where exactly Floyd's money actually goes. If the lawsuits and fake buildings weren't enough, let's talk about the crypto chapter.
That's different.
All right. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings.
Because this one has cautionary tale written all over it in flashing neon lights. Floyd Mayweather has been repeatedly accused of promoting high-risk cryptocurrency projects to his millions of followers, including the now infamous Ethereum Max. The pattern was disturbingly consistent. Floyd promotes the coin, his followers pile in, the price spikes, and then, allegedly.
And why are we attempting to tease Floyd? Is Floyd Mayweather? Yes, he's broke. Of course he's broke. He's a boxer. That they say can't read. That's not to tease him. They say that he can't read. His best friend at the time said that he can't read, and he never denied it. What boxer do you know that isn't broke? What a ridiculous question. But it's the fact that they're attempting to tease him. I mean, first off, they're asking the question. Look, I've told you until I'm blue in the face. The numbers that you hear in boxing simply aren't true. Floyd made $1 billion. No, he didn't. Floyd and Conor made $500 million. No, they didn't. Of course they didn't. Nobody's ever confirmed that. Literally nobody. It's the same thing with boxing pay-per-view. Whatever boxing pay-per-view is the biggest boxing pay-per-view of all time is just whoever put out the press release and lied more than the person before them. These have never been confirmed by leadership of a publicly traded company. Who is the one that supplies the pay-per-view?
The value creators, leaving regular people holding digital bags of absolutely nothing. Critics have accused celebrities like Mayweather of essentially using their platforms to hype up speculative investments, collect their promotion fees, and then disappear into their private jets while fans count their losses. It's called a pump and dump scheme in some financial circles, and it's not just morally questionable. It can be legally catastrophic. The Ethereum Max
legitimacy to that? Like, how on God's green earth could this man be broke?
His lifestyle. I've been around like hanging out for days, weeks. It's the lifestyle. Like when you got a 40-man entourage, you got other people, and you take everybody out, pay for everything, shopping, the mall, going out to eat, renting out an entire movie theater. Yeah, just to go watch a movie at whatever time he wanted. It was like the theater was closed when we rolled up to the movie theater, and you know, you got the girls and all. Yeah, and you rent out a whole movie theater for 40, 50 plus people. I bet that's
security. And I say this because much of what we see, it's the show. He understood. He was in show business.
Yep.
When he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was a boxer that was doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was winning fights.
Mm-hmm.
But when he became Money Mayweather and changed that persona and put that marketing machine behind the I live this lavish lifestyle, that's when you started seeing him make these big money fights.
Yeah.
That's when it all changed for him.
Yep.
And that's not by accident. It's not by chance. This guy's not dumb. He's not a stupid guy whatsoever.
No. And I don't think, that's what I'm saying, I don't think he's broke. I think it's a lot of, to get eyes.
The situation drew scrutiny from investors and regulators alike, and Mayweather's involvement became a symbol of everything wrong with celebrity crypto endorsements. The champion of the ring was apparently also becoming the champion of convincing people to invest in digital currencies that subsequently went nowhere fast. Money Mayweather helping people lose money. That's a headline nobody predicted. Because apparently crypto wasn't enough chaos, Floyd Mayweather also allegedly dove headfirst into the NFT gold rush. and left investors holding the digital equivalent of an empty promise. Reports have surfaced claiming that an NFT project associated with Mayweather failed to deliver on the benefits it promised to buyers. People who purchased these digital assets were allegedly told they would receive exclusive experiences, rewards, and perks.
It's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where it shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up, you know. He was talking about it like that was the biggest detriment to him being able to save any money.
They trying to keep up.
Yeah. Which I thought was funny when I was listening to this conversation with Chad Ochocinco, and he was talking about it. He was like,
his jewelry fake.
Yeah, he was wearing fake jewelry.
But who would know?
What's that?
Who would know?
No
Chad
one know.
Ochocinco.
Exactly.
It's
Fake
like when
jewelry,
they look at him, like
flying economy. He was sleeping at the stadium, like so he didn't have to pay for an apartment. So smart.
Yeah.
So clever, you know?
And then received, from all accounts, absolutely nothing of the sort. This is the kind of allegation that stings extra hard because NFT buyers weren't just random speculators. Many of them were Floyd Mayweather fans who trusted his name, his brand, and his endorsement. They paid real money for digital promises, and if the reports are accurate, those promises evaporated like morning mist. In a space already rife with scams and broken roadmaps, having Floyd Mayweather's name attached to an allegedly underdelivered NFT project is a reputation hit that no amount of Rolls-Royces can cover up. Think about it. The private jets, the entourage, the jewelry that allegedly doesn't get paid for, the real estate empire that may or may not exist, the crypto promotions, the exhibition fights against YouTubers. When you add it all up, you get a portrait of a man who has built a financial machine that requires constant fuel, and the fuel is starting to look uncertain. Floyd Mayweather was undefeated in the ring. 50 fights, 50 wins, 0 losses. But in the court of public financial opinion, the scorecards are looking a whole lot messier. The man nicknamed Money is fighting the most important battle of his post-retirement life. And for the first time in a very long time, it genuinely looks like he might be losing.